Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of Fast Break Bets presented by BettingPros. You know me, know the voice, know the guy. It's me, really real, villain real, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. What a great ending in Traders. I'll just leave it at that. A little bit early for some folks. All I'll say is just a great ending. All right. It's been rough in the NBA on this show. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. Oh my god. I cannot hit an NBA bet to save my life. It's very, very frustrating. I want to scream, but I don't want to scream too loud because, like, who wants to be just screaming? But like, it's really, really frustrating. But on the bright side, college basketball is going great, guys. I mean, like, college basketball is really, really good. This is the best time to be on a heater in college basketball because you're going into the tournament and hopefully that transfer's over. But man, really, really frustrating NBA. Let's look at what's going on. And here's the wrap up. As we get to the last show of the week, I think I'm gonna start doing this a lot more transparency, given the weekly wrap up of how these plays went throughout the week. Oh, NBA was so bad, man, so bad. So as of right now, the game between the Lakers and the Knicks is not over. However, I was extremely frustrated with Austin Reeves having 0 assists in the fourth quarter that I just said, you know what? Let me just go ahead and record the show. I have my bets. Let's just record it and get it out to the people. And I will fill myself in on the last 9 minutes of basketball. So as of right now, I have no idea what's going on in the last 9 minutes of basketball in that Knicks and Lakers game because I was like, I think I was in there breaking things. I would like to say that I was in there breaking things, trying to rip things, and they weren't ripping, and just very, very frustrated because why is Austin Reeves not getting any assists at all? In fact, at that point in the game, it was like Bron had 7, Luka had 8, and then nobody else on the team had more than 1. So very, very annoying. Probably should have just stuck with one of the top 2 guys there. Pacers Hawks comes 5 points short of the total, and you had a dead quarter by the Pacers in the fourth. You had a dead quarter by the Hawks in the first. Everything else went according to plan. If we just get a little bit of more scoring from either one of those two teams in those situations, we probably cash this bet. So that's really annoying. Fourth quarter, I think the Pacers started 0 for 6 from 3, like 2 threes, and 2 of those cash, and then we cash this bet, and we're riding high. So very, very annoying there. And then, oh wait, what did I do? Why did I put why am I jinxing myself? I should not be jinxing myself like this. I don't know why I have an L next to Norfolk State laying 4.5, but that was a big fat W. Oh, and I put the right number on the college basketball. So I don't know. I guess I was just mad at the L's that I took in the NBA that I just go ahead and made it a L for Norfolk State. But that is not a L. That is incorrect. Norfolk State covered. They were down 10 in the second half and rallied and was able to get the cover for us. Why? Because Norfolk State is like that. Shout out to Coach Rob Jones. Shout out to my home city, Norfolk, Virginia. Love the Spartans. Very, very good game. I'm telling you now, and always remember this, especially because I understand that there's a very diverse listener base to this show. And a lot of you probably, more than likely, do not watch HBCU basketball at all. Some of you probably rarely even know what an HBCU is. And that's not me making any points, but I'm just saying, remember this HBCU fact. Norfolk State dominates Howard more often than not. Howard comes in and gets themselves a win every now and then, and it's really annoying. More often than not, no matter what situation happens, Norfolk State dominates Howard. So just remember that going forward as you go on in the future and you're betting basketball. You just so happen, like, there's going to be one person, at least one person next year is going to see Norfolk State and Howard on the schedule and be like, I remember Terrell said Norfolk State beats Howard, bet in Norfolk State, and they're going to hit. So remember that. Norfolk State beats Howard. All right. So this week, NBA was 2-7, very, very bad. College basketball 5-1, and we got 2 outright dogs in there too. So a lot of profit in college basketball this week, and then we gave it all back in the NBA. Very annoying, but you know what? It is what it is. All right, let's get into 3 plays. I still have another college basketball play for you today. I'm about to tell you that actually in just a second, and 2 NBA plays. I mean, do what you want. I'm chalking those up as losses, and I'm just interested to see how bad those losses are going to be. But I really tried my best. I really, really tried my best. Don't know what's going on in the NBA right now, but college basketball has been fine. So, real quick, let's talk about some Summit League action here because we have the South Dakota State going up against North Dakota, University of North Dakota here. This is the quarterfinals of the Summit League tournament. South Dakota State's laying 8.5 here. So because I understand a lot of people probably don't dig this deep into college basketball. Summit League, South Dakota State's really been a powerhouse in the Summit League for a little while now, like a good number of years. And so they're typically a really, really good team, been there, done that, all of that. They're coming off of a loss to Denver, which is a pretty bad loss, but because it was 78-62, and they were laying 7.5 points on the road here. But this game really didn't have any implications. I mean, South Dakota State fell from 2 to 3 because of that loss, but it really didn't have too many major implications. And Denver really got up for that game. Whereas you have North Dakota, who's coming off back-to-back losses here. Very, very up and down, 7-7 ATS outside of home this season. You got the Jackrabbits, who have been very, very good overall over the course of the entire season. And they have a big man, Oscar Clough, who is dominant and really, really strong on the inside, able to dominate the glass for him. I think he leads the team in points, rebounds, and assists over the course of the season. They also have a really, really good freshman out there, too, for South Dakota State. They dominated them at home 109-73. And then as a 6.5 point favorite, they lost outright on the road. North Dakota got the win at home 80-75, won by 5 in that game. I think this is a get right spot. I think this is a get right spot for South Dakota State. I think on a neutral court, South Dakota State is far and away better than North Dakota, who's really just kind of been hanging around the conference this season. South Dakota State's also making a push and ready to, hey, we're about to go make this run for the championship. I think they get North Dakota up out of there early, like really, really early. I don't think that the North Dakota defense has anything in store for South Dakota State in this game. Let me see. Hold on. I'm pulling this up right here. Okay, so oh, that's the wrong thing. All right, there we go. Yeah, I don't think they defensively have anything going for them in this game. They given up like 109 points, gave up to them earlier this season. 75 earlier in that win, still gave up 92 that last game to South Dakota, gave up 86 the game before that. Like, they defensively, I just don't think here in this spot, especially because I think that the faithful for South Dakota State are going to show up big for this game. I don't think that they're going to be able to compete. So there are okay. Oh, wow, that's a 7.5. Okay, I'm about to take that. 7.5 here. I call this 8.5 because majority of the books here have 8.5. You've got this line is all over the place, honestly. 7.5 here on DK. You can find the 8.5 for FanDuel and at BetMGM, and then 9.5 at Rivers. So, and there's yeah, and so line is all up and down and around. I think the line is going to grow. I think this is easily a double-digit win here by South Dakota State, so I'm really not concerned where you get the line too much. I think South Dakota State's going to get this done, laying 8.5 here, laying 7.5 here, whatever your number is. I like it to, let's just go ahead and say there's a 9.5 here. Let's call it 9.5. I like it at 9.5 as well. And so I think that all numbers are going to cash because I think they're going to win by double digits. It's not going to be close here. And they will move on to the semifinal round. All right. There we go. Before we get to the NBA part of the slate that I'm sure nobody cares about right now. Gotta talk to you guys about Microsoft because Microsoft empowers visionaries with AI solutions, simplified cloud data management, and trustworthy, responsible AI. No, not AI as in, my guy, Allen Iverson. No, we're talking about artificial intelligence here. And so, very, very good stuff. Microsoft's challenger mindset, emphasizing the importance of pushing boundaries, striving for excellence, and turning challenges into opportunities. Microsoft is helping decision makers make informed decisions, sparking new ideas, and driving impactful change. Whatever challenge you're facing, Microsoft empowers you with the expertise to say, bring it on. Visit Microsoft.com/challengers to learn more. All right, let's close this out with NBA real quick because it has been bad. Not really a big fan of the slate, to be honest. A couple of injury news that maybe I'll be a little bit more interested tomorrow. But one thing that I'm perfectly fine fading, and oh my gosh, somehow wow, I just took a peek at that Lakers game. Man, maybe I do need to go back and watch that game. I might have gave up too quickly, but the Lakers have made it a game again against the Knicks. I'll let you know right now. I'm not watching the end of the game right now. I got to go back and watch it after this because I've already started, and I honestly got mad and gave up at Reeves. But if the Knicks lose, oh man, the Knicks as a dog tomorrow is going to be so tempting against the Clippers, who have horrible, so tempting. All right, back to what I'm actually supposed to be here talking about. The Cleveland Cavaliers are going to play the Charlotte Hornets in Charlotte. Cleveland's laying anywhere from 17 and a half right now. 234 and a half is total. How we are going to fade the Charlotte Hornets in this game is I'm not going to take that incredibly high total, even though I mean, not total, but that incredibly high spread, even though I really, really want to. But I will fade them by saying they're not going to score 108 points here on their team total for Friday. You look at the Cleveland Cavaliers since the All-Star break, and they've been really, really good. They're 7-0, haven't lost a game since the All-Star break. This is like their third streak of 10 plus games, winning 10 plus games. So really, really good team. You understand that. Maybe not as good as they've been all season defensively, but still really, really solid defensively. Looking at the Cavaliers, and they have held their opponent to their team total, under their team total in three. Yeah, they're 3-4. I'm sorry, I'm saying this all wrong. 3-4 to their opponent's team total, so 4-3 to the under. Charlotte Hornets, since the All-Star break, are 1-7 to their team total. They have been unable to score the basketball. They have, in fact, scored over 108 points. Well, let's say it like this. I have this amount of fingers on my hand. If I put one finger down for every time that they've scored over 108 points since the beginning of February, I would still have one more finger for the Charlotte Hornets right now. They have been really, really bad at basketball. Like really, really bad. Only 4 times have they been able to get that done. I think that this is a complete fade of a team that's just been unable to get anything consistently going offensively and playing a pretty solid defense that I think coming off of a game against Miami where they let Miami hang around a little bit too much, I think this is the game where they say, all right, let's lock down defensively and let's get out of here with another good, solid win. When you're winning all of these games, you got to find some way to get yourself up. And they let Miami hang around in that game a lot more than they probably should have. So I think that they look to bounce back here and really make life hard for the Charlotte Hornets. I don't think the Hornets going to be able to score here. Give me under 108 and a half. Oh, please let me hit this. Okay. Last play, we're going to Kevin Durant playing the Denver Nuggets. Kevin Durant points and rebounds is at 29 and a half. If you've been following what's going on over there with the Daily Juice, and shout out to my manager, Mike Mayer, who has the Midas touch right now over there and doing really, really big things. You actually played this during the play of the day earlier this week. I like it again here because he's playing Denver, and guess what? He's been over 29 and a half points and rebounds against Denver in 5 of the last 5 games. He's been really, really good towards Denver. He's been really, really good overall. He's been over this in 9 of his last 15 games. He's been over this in 7 of his last 10 games. Like, this is how good that Kevin Durant has been. And if you look at the injury report, Aaron Gordon is a questionable for this game, and Jokic is a questionable for this game. So potential for those two not to play. Even if they do play, still like Kevin Durant in a matchup that he's been good with overall. You look, the prop bet cheat sheet has it projected for 33.4 points and rebounds, 67% cover probability, and a 5-star bet rating there. Excuse me. And so got the hiccups. And so, yeah, I like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's really good at basketball. I can get this over there for the cheapest at Bet365. Make sure that you are using that link, bettingpros.com/bet365, because they offer the cheapest line here, minus 120 for Kevin Durant, 29.5 points and rebounds here. If you use this link, you will get a offer to bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets. So make sure you go tap in with Bet365. Use that link, bettingpros.com/bet365. I really, really appreciate it. And that's what I'm doing with the Bet365 bet of the day. I'm going with Kevin Durant over 29.5 points and rebounds against a team he has really good familiarity with. And so here we go. Those are my 3 plays. Hornets team total under 108.5. Kevin Durant over 29.5 points and rebounds. And then in college, we're going to South Dakota State, laying 8.5 here. Hopefully we can keep the streak going in college. Hopefully we can end the streak in the NBA, because I don't know what's going on with all of that. All right. I'm at really real __. Make sure you give me a follow on X, and give us a follow on X and TikTok at BettingPros, at BettingPros NFL, on Instagram and YouTube.com/BettingPros, where you can subscribe, drop a comment on any Fast Break Bets video, and look at there. You will have a chance to win a Sean Kemp signed jersey. Really, really dope jersey here. Shout out, much love to Sean Kemp. You have an opportunity to get that jersey. All you have to do is make sure you're subscribed and comment on any Fast Break Bets video, but just do this one because you're already here. All right. With that, that's really it. I don't have anything else to say. Nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast, guys. Just gonna end like this. We are out of here.